I grew up a wrestling fan. I mean, who doesn't grow up a wrestling fan? Or at least
Yeah,
maybe in the 80s,
right.
in the early 90s. But when I was watching, I think, there's my guy. Those are his moves. I'm hoping for his move. But I didn't think about you guys thinking about where the cameras are, next moves, like things go wrong, having to adjust.
Well,
Like
it's
live
just a
performance was a great way of describing
it's
that.
a huge production. Wrestling's a huge production because, like he was saying, we have agents.
Yeah.
So, like, basically, management and the writers and creative know what they want. And then there'll be like an agents meeting during the day, and they'll be like, Sam, you have this match and this match and this match, and here's the points, and this is what we want out of these matches. And then they got to come tell us, the performers. And then we got to figure out and we got to hit these points that they want to see. And then they got to go back and tell them. And then we'll be like, they'll come to us like before the show starts or before the match and be like, okay, like what are your big things, so that they know where to tell the floor cam guys to be. And then there's somebody sitting in gorilla and there's 4 or 6 or 8 camera shots back there, and they've got headsets on like we do, and they're talking to the production truck saying like, camera 4, get this shot, camera 2, now go to camera 1, back to this, and they do that all the time for the whole show. And then the agent will be like, well, what do you have? And be like, well, at this point in the match, I'm going to do this big thing out of the corner. So we got to have the floor guy there. And then they'll just jump back and forth between whatever the floor shot is to the hard cam and this and the that. So we got to tell them like what the things are that we like really want to make sure they get on camera properly. But like he was saying, it's like you always play to the people at home, because the people at the live show, you can see that from all angles anyway, it doesn't matter. At home, it's different. So the hard cam, Vince McMahon's thing was always like this, like your face. I need to see your face. I need to see what you're doing. So major production.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have to think about time as well, because when you're wrestling on pay-per-view or live TV, whatever, they've given you a time limit on the match. So if the time limit is 10 minutes, likely they want you to get there and get it done in about 9 minutes and 45 seconds. So you have the referee who has got an earpiece in his ear, and the production people are giving him time cues. So sometimes when he walks up, I might be doing something in the corner, and maybe he says, get off of him. And I turn around and he goes, hey, we're 4 minutes in. And then I'm going back to doing what we're doing because I need to know where we're at as far as time goes. So I can.
So we have to be able to compute that in our head.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to do less and have more time to draw it out than have 800 moves and spots planned. And then when I thought I had 6 minutes left, I only have 3. And then I'm like in my head trying to go like, oh, how do I cut all this stuff out and tell them? So I would rather just like, I like to draw things out and be real charactery and kind of like slow with my stuff. Cause then I'm like, okay, well, if we need to go, then we can go when I got time. I don't like to be stressed out about what I do.
No.
Well, it's athletics, but you also have to be doing interviews. You have to know clock speed, like everything in sports, all the extra, but also at one time.
Hey, thanks for watching this short with us today. And if you like it, check out our full episodes on our channel and website. We'll put those in the links below. And as always, Scott,
Like and subscribe. Or subscribe and then like. Whatever order you want, really.
whatever order you like.
Yeah.
Thanks.